three fins of equal length and diameter but made of aluminum, brass and cast iron are heated to 200 degrees Celsius at one end. If the fins dissipate heat to the surrounding air at 25 degrees Celsius, the temperature at the free end will be least in case of aluminum fin, brass fin, cast iron fin. Same temperature for all the three fins. The answer is option C, cast iron fin. So this one is very important concept. So here I have considered the temperature distribution graph. So in this x-axis is length of the curve and the y-axis is temperature distribution, and also you can consider this point as base temperature and these points are tip temperature, right? So the slope formula m equal to root of hp divided by ka. So the tip temperature, you can relate the tip temperature with the slope formula. So tip temperature is inversely proportional to the slope. So it is directly proportional to the square root of thermal conductivity. So from this you can conclude that the material which have least thermal conductivity will have least tip temperature. As per our question, the temperature at the free end will be least in case of the material which have least thermal conductivity. So here they have given three different materials, right? So aluminum, brass and cast iron. So cast iron having least thermal conductivity value compared to aluminum and brass. So the answer is option C, cast iron fin. Next question is, for a long fin, increasing the thermal conductivity while keeping all other parameters fixed. The temperature gradient will not be affected. The temperature gradient will first increase and then decrease. The temperature will fall at a lower rate along the length. The temperature will drop at a faster rate along the length. The answer is option C. The temperature will fall at a lower rate along the length. Some of them will ask the question, the temperature will drop. That is correct. Okay, so the temperature will fall or drop, but the rate. Okay, so how we are saying lower rate along the length. Okay, why not faster rate along the length? I will discuss with some tips. Okay. So this is very important question. Okay. So the temperature will fall at a lower rate along the length. How I am saying is, you just consider this temperature distribution graph, right? So you also consider three different materials. Okay. So this one, that is the M3 having more slope. So that means it is the lowest thermal conductivity material. Okay. So this one is for cast iron. So this one is for brass. This one is for aluminum, right? So if I am increasing the thermal conductivity, that means I am moving from cast iron to brass or from brass to aluminum. What will happen? The slope value decreasing. Okay. So the slope is directly decreasing. So from this graph itself, you can conclude that, so base temperature, that is base temperature, this one is tip temperature. What is happening if we are increasing the thermal conductivity? The temperature is dropping for three materials, but the rate, okay, so if you see the difference, that is the rate is actually decreasing. Okay, so it is the lower rate. Next question is, the finning of surfaces to augment heat dissipation is justified for all systems, only in system with low thermal conductivity, only in system with the fluid around being a liquid, only in system with small heat transfer coefficient. The answer is option D, only in system with small heat transfer coefficient. The finning of surfaces to augment heat dissipation is justified only in system with small heat transfer coefficient. So some of the important points are given here. Okay, so fin effectiveness is enhanced by using high K value materials. Okay, so that is high thermal conductivity value materials like copper, aluminum and iron. Okay, so generally placed on lower H value side. Okay, so fins are generally placed on lower heat transfer coefficient side. So because, so it is most effective in natural convection. Fin is justified if effectiveness is greater than or equal to 2. Next question is, a decrease in heat transfer coefficient over the surface of a fin decreases its effectiveness, increases its effectiveness, does not affect its effectiveness, first increases and then decreases its effectiveness. The answer is option B, increases its effectiveness. A decrease in heat transfer coefficient over the surface of a fin increases its effectiveness. Okay. So here I have given the effectiveness formula for infinite long fin and a short fin insulated. Okay. From this you can clearly understood that effectiveness of the fin is inversely proportional to the square root of heat transfer coefficient and directly proportional to the square root of thermoconductivity and directly proportional to the square root of perimeter and cross sectional area ratio. Okay. So as per our question, a decreases in heat transfer coefficient. Okay, so H decreases. What will happen to the effectiveness? Effectiveness is increasing. Okay, so option B is the correct. Increases its effectiveness. Next question is, if a square fin is split longitudinally and is used as two fins on a surface, then heat flow rate will decrease, increase, remain constant, may decrease or increase. The answer is option B, increases. If a square fin is split longitudinally and is used as two fins on a surface, then heat flow rate will increases. So the effectiveness formula is Q with the fin divided by Q without fin. Okay. So effectiveness is inversely proportional to the square root of H and directly proportional to the thermoconductivity and directly proportional to the square root of the ratio of perimeter divided by cross sectional area. Okay. So if you are splitting, okay, so the square fin is split into longitudinally, what will happen? This increases the perimeter divided by cross sectional area ratio. Okay. So this increases the perimeter divided by cross sectional area. So effectiveness is increasing. Okay. So effectiveness, if effectiveness is increasing, what will happen? The heat flow rate, that is heat flow with the fin, increases because the effectiveness is directly proportional to the Q with the fin. So then the heat flow rate will increases. The option B is correct. Next question is, a fin will be effective only when Biot number is less than 1, more than 1, equal to 1, infinite. The answer is option A, less than 1. A fin will be effective only when Biot number is less than 1. So this one is very important concept. Okay. So Biot number is very most important for deciding the fin will be effective or not. Okay. So I will discuss each and every point regarding the Biot number here. Okay. So Biot number is a ratio of what? That is conduction resistance to the convection resistance. Okay. For fin, the convection resistance should be greater than conduction resistance. Okay. For effectiveness, for effective fin, the convection resistance should be greater than conduction resistance. So the Biot number is less than 1. Okay. If the Biot number is equal to 1, it means conduction resistance is equal to convection resistance. Okay. So the heat flow rate is minimum, but for the fin we need to increase the heat flow rate. Okay, so for that we have to maintain the Biot number is less than 1. It means our convection, that is convection resistance, is greater than conduction resistance. Okay, so that gives the heat flow rate increases. And some formula related to rectangular fin. Okay, so Biot number is related Hy divided by 2K. Okay, so that is conduction resistance is Y divided by 2K and the convection resistance is 1 divided by H. Right. So and last point is related to the fin. Okay, so the fin designing, while designing the fin, this one is very important concept. Okay, so because if we are adding the fin, what will happen? If we are adding the fin to the system, its surface area increases. Okay, the surface area increases, the convective resistance decreasing. Okay, and the conduction resistance increases. But actually, for fin to be effective, the convection resistance should be greater than the conduction resistance. Okay, so this is the major deciding factor while designing the fin. Okay, so we have to maintain the convection resistance should be greater than the conduction resistance. Okay. So next question is, usually fins are provided to increase the rate of heat transfer, but fins also act as insulation. Which one of the following is non-dimensional number decides this factor? A. Eckert number, B is Bayes number, Fourier number, Peclet number. Okay, so the answer is option B, Bayes number. Usually fins are provided to increase the rate of heat transfer, but fin also act as insulation. Which one of the following non-dimensional number decides this factor? Okay, so the answer is what? Bayes number. Okay, so as we already discussed, right? So Bayes number is the ratio of R conduction divided by R convection. For fin, the convective resistance should be greater than the conduction resistance. Okay, so Bayes number should be less than 1. If the conduction resistance is greater than the convection resistance, means the fin will act as an insulation. Okay, so Bayes number decides whether the fin increases the heat transfer rate or the fin act as an insulation. Okay, so this is the non-dimensional number which decides the fin will be effective or not is the Bayes number. Next question is, an increase in convection coefficient over a fin will result in higher effectiveness, results on lower effectiveness, not effectiveness, influence only the fin efficiency. The answer is option B, results on lower effectiveness. An increase in convection coefficient over a fin will result on lower effectiveness. Okay, so this is the relationship between the convection coefficient and the effectiveness of the fin. It is inversely proportional. Okay, the effectiveness is inversely proportional to the square root of heat transfer coefficient. If we are increasing the heat transfer coefficient, what will happen to the effectiveness? It is decreasing. Okay, so the option B is right, results on lower effectiveness. Next question is, the purpose of providing fin on heat transfer surface is to increase temperature gradient so as to enhance the heat transfer by convection, effective surface area to promote rate of heat transfer by convection, turbulence in flow for enhancing the heat transfer by convection, pressure drop of the fluid. Okay, so the answer is option B, effective surface area to promote rate of heat transfer by convection. Okay, the purpose of providing fins on heat transfer surface is to increase the effective surface area to promote rate of heat transfer by convection. Okay, so because if we are adding the fin on the surface, okay, so it increases the surface area. Okay, so that surface area will promote the rate of heat transfer by convection. Next question is, what is the effect of thermal conductivity on fin effectiveness? Fin is effective for smaller value of thermoconductivity. Fin is effective for larger value of thermoconductivity. Thermoconductivity does not affect fin effectiveness. Initially increases and after attaining peak reduces. The answer is option B. Fin is effective for larger value of thermal conductivity. What is the effect of thermal conductivity on fin effectiveness? Okay, fin is effective for larger value of thermal conductivity. Because if you see this relationship, okay, so the fin effectiveness, okay, so it is directly proportional to the square root of thermal conductivity. So if the thermal conductivity is higher, the fin effectiveness also higher. Okay, so the option B is correct. Fin is effective for larger value of thermal conductivity. The next question is, in the process of heat transfer through fin, the entire surface area is at same constant temperature, different temperature, maximum base temperature, minimum temperature. The answer is option B, different temperatures. In the process of heat transfer through fins, the entire surface area is at different temperature. Okay, so in this you can clearly understood the temperature. Okay, so the temperature variation on the surface of the fin. Okay, so if you consider this one is base temperature, the surface of the fin will have, this one is the base temperature and the temperature will decreases. Okay, so up to the surrounding temperature. Okay, so and also the length of the fin also plays an important role, because if you see this image, okay, so here is heat transfer is high and here is somewhat lower, and some length, that is the end of this fin, there is no heat transfer, right? So while designing the fin, we have to consider this parameter also, okay. So we have to we have to consider perfect length for designing the fin. And the last question is, which one of the following is correct? The effectiveness of a fin will be maximum in an environment with free convection, forced convection, radiation, convection and radiation. The answer is option A, free convection. Which one of the following is correct? The effectiveness of a fin will be maximum in an environment with free convection. Some points related to the fin concept is given here, okay. The use of fin is most effective in application involving a low convective heat transfer coefficient, okay. The fin, that is the use of fin, will be most effective in case of what? Low H value side, okay. So that is low heat transfer coefficient, okay. The use of fin is more easily justified when the medium is a gas instead of a liquid, okay. The fin is also suitable for the medium which is consists of a gas medium, okay. So, and also the heat transfer is by natural convection instead of by forced convection. The fin is most suitable where the heat transfer is taken place by natural convection, okay. So these are all the very important points related to fin concept. All the best.